healthcare community discussion of the nation has finally begun. This all started nearly 20 years ago from the broadcast of the Medical A Team, the undisputed kings of health talk radio. Favorite family dentist Dr. Marlon B. Jackson and favorite family physician Dr. Millard J. Collier. And the legend continues. You are invited to call right now at 404-622-4444 and ask your medical questions because your health is important. And now, Doctors Marlon B. Jackson and Millard J. Collier.
See the doctor.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing fine. If you're not, I hope that your health is your wealth. Because if you haven't figured that out yet, then you need to keep listening to the longest health broadcast in the whole wide world. And by longest, I mean the longest broadcast. There you go. That's my Medical A Team partner. And before we go into anything else, you know Dr. Jackson, especially about this time of the year, if y'all don't know, I just want to say happy birthday to me.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday. We're going to party like it's his birthday.
All right. And I'm getting up there in age. I am not ashamed to say
23.
Well, 23 almost times 3. 59 and feeling fine. I'm going to keep it real because I'm going past 99. All right? Especially if Dr. M.J. Collier continues to provide that wondrous, excellent medical care like he has all the years, even though I haven't needed much medical care, have I?
No, sir. You're
right
born again healthy right now. I'm telling you, your body mass index is great. You know, you're a lean, mean, sexy fighting machine. You look great. You look better than you did 10 years ago. And that's it. You found the fountain of youth, sir. That's what it is.
That's right.
I don't know about all that now, Dr. Collier.
Oh, well, you can look at it.
Hey, Big Don, don't be mad if I'm six-pack Jack right now. Six-pack Jack.
Matter of fact, you do look good. Both of you doctors.
Well, hey, ain't nothing wrong with being educated, seasoned, gifted,
I'm trying
sexy,
to,
and black.
I'm trying to look like that, but y'all won't help me.
Well, didn't he say his Christmas present was in the mail?
That's what he said.
Okay.
He said, I don't know what happened to him. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Marlon Stingin' B. Jackson. Happy birthday to you.
All right, I'll take that. I love it. Thank y'all. I love you all. And I love the WYZE listeners. And before we get into our broadcast, which we have a lot to cover, I want to thank my Southside connection over there. They gave me a nice birthday celebration. I had to lead the party.
And it's not over yet.
No, they partying right now.
The party continues.
And I want to thank them for all the gifts and libations and the food and the song. I mean, this was a good day. So I'm happy for that.
Wait till I get off with me at the corner up there.
Okay, yeah. I'm waiting for that party after hours. Thank you, Big Donald. We do have quite a bit to cover today. I don't know where to start.
Let's start with the callers. 404-622-4444. We're here to answer your healthcare questions. Call and wish Dr. Marlon B. Jackson happy birthday. Then ask your questions about your health, which is your wealth. Dr. J?
That's right. I know I haven't talked about politics in a while, and it's all because everybody else has. But I don't know if you remember the broadcast when I talked about this before, but this PMERC presidency is scarily entertaining. I know that's one of Dr. Jackson's made-up words, but now it's getting scarily serious because they are talking about our health. They're talking about health insurance. They're talking about repealing and replacing with what? And it seems like a rush job. It's a secret. They're trying to jam it through. But if you're not in the best of health, or if you have health issues, you have pre-existing conditions, you've got to be very concerned about this, because if there's two things that I think, besides providing health care to the uninsured and making it slightly affordable initially, but Obamacare, what it did, first of all, it took away the pre-existing condition clause. And that was very important, because if you had diabetes or chronic hypertension and you were trying to get insurance, you either were not going to get insurance, you were uninsurable, or your premiums were just unaffordable. And then two, let's say that you have major medical coverage. Well, if you get in an accident or something, where you have to be in ICU for a week or two, there you go. Your health care bill is going to be over $250,000, okay? And one thing that they did take away was the lifetime maximum. They took that away, and now that's at risk. Another thing that people didn't quite get, and I'm trying to figure out what happened to that, because I saw it for the first couple years, but when you pay premiums, 85% of your premiums were supposed to go toward medical care. And if your insured spent more than that, then you would do a rebate. Now, I think a lot of that got lost in the sauce, but that needs to be revamped, and the people need to be expecting that, because that was the law. So those three items of the Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare, are almost out the window right now, and we should be very concerned. Now, what's replacing it? We don't know. We're staring into an abyss here. So we all need to be up in arms about this, because we all of us people who, even if you don't, health care is a right, not a privilege. But if they're going to take our money, for health care, then they should understand that your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. So let's take that doggone money that you take from us and put it on our health. We don't need to fight no more wars. We don't need a bigger military without the manpower to get it. We need health care, and we need it now. Medicare should be sustained, it should be held, and it should be expanded. Okay? In fact, the income eligibility requirement probably need to be raised some, so that you can absorb some of these people who are either coming off the Affordable Health Care Act and staring into this new abyss of what it is. I don't know what it is. I need to ask Dr. Khayr, what do you think about these changes that are going on?
Well, I think that, the ones that are proposed, anyway, is supposed to be going to a Senate vote tomorrow, and supposedly they don't have the votes in place right now. But some of the things that they're changing versus also some of the things they're going to sustain. The Republicans are pushing hard for them to eradicate, the requirement that you actually purchase it. And so that is going to destabilize the system, because if people are given the option to buy it or not option, and there's no penalty, they're not going to buy it. If you're healthy, you can wait until you get sick and then buy it. So that's going to create a problem, because, a lot of the money goes into the system when you are healthy and not using it goes to pay the bills.
Right.
So, to do the math, there just won't be any money in there to do that, because it's hard enough to get people to buy it when they are sick or when they have health issues. But to get them to get it when they're basically young and healthy, they're just not going to do that. And so that's going to destabilize the system. So there are various actions. But again, let's be clear. Dr. Khayr is not a proponent of the Affordable Care Act. It's unaffordable. there are some changes that need to be made, but we don't need to compromise. They need to throw everything out, start back over, and come up with a system that makes common sense. Expanding Medicare, as you just stated, Medicare for all, the system is in place. All they have to do, if you work anywhere, you're paying Medicare taxes. So they already have a methodology in place to collect the money. All they have to do is send you a Medicare card, and you covered. There doesn't have to be a new infrastructure created. There doesn't have to be 10 levels of bureaucracy created. It already exists. If they just did that, there would not be additional funding necessary. The system would pay for itself because, like, again, anybody that's working is already paying into the system. If you aren't working, you still get covered because there's more than enough people that are working. But once you start working, you start back paying into the system. It's so simple and unique, and it's something that I shared with the White House, 8 years ago. And it's something, in its eloquence and brevity, it's something that needs to be evaluated because even the plan they're coming up with now, they started off with something that was relatively simple, but they're fighting and fighting and fighting now, and it's getting thicker and thicker.
Yeah, but the problem is those 3 points: pre-existing conditions, the payment of the premium, and how much of it, percentage of it goes to actual patient care, and the lifetime maximum. Okay, is there going to be a cap? Because if it's going to be a cap, I can tell you what that can potentially lead to. They talked about death panels. Well, if you, let's say you were in a coma from an accident for a month, and you've got $3 million worth of major medical insurance, I assure you, in that month, you would have went through that $3 million. And then they'll have to be talking about, well, we can't afford to keep you alive, so what we gonna do?
That's exactly what will happen. But they don't have to think about it because if there's a cap on the system, once the cap is paid and they have spent all the money they're going to spend, you'll just be denied services because you can't pay for them. And, that I have personal experience with that. One of my family members who basically suffered from the situation being capped with, quote, good insurance, real good insurance. As long as they paid it, boy, they were being treated like a queen in the hospital. And all the doctors they could see, anybody wanted to see. Well, when that cap was reached, you were a pariah. Don't touch me, can't get an appointment. It was amazing and incredible. So, I've seen both sides of that. And so I know what it's like to have a cap. So not having a cap, certain things right now I think are untouchable. And I think that that's one of them. Pre-existing conditions and the cap on your lifetime benefits will be there. And so that is the circumstance where they're going to have to decide whether you're worth spending the money on because, will you get the best treatment? If you get cancer, are you going to get the Jimmy Carter treatment and your cancer be gone in 3 months? Or are you going to get the traditional chemotherapy and let's wait until you get so sick and skinny and thin and can't function, at that point. So it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, listeners? We want to hear from you. 404-622-4444. Your health is important. You have myself, Dr. Marlon Jackson, birthday man, and
along with Dr. M.J. Collier, your family physician. We are live in the studios of 1480 WYZE, coming at you 20-plus years strong. And let me tell you, talking about our anniversary celebration we're going to have in just a couple of months, actually, celebrating 25 years on the air, the longest-running program of any type, not just healthcare, longest-running radio program of any type. And just goes to show you how long we've been in the trenches, bringing you this healthcare information, trying to keep you healthy and free of pain, all of those things, giving you that $1 million Hollywood smile, and giving you that health information on the real. Not anything you have to go search for. You don't have to go on the internet. What do I need to find out? What is my resource for finding out what's going on in the politics of medicine and the new things that are available for your health care? You got it right here on this broadcast.
All right. And for those of you who missed it, we had a very insightful broadcast last time. Thank you, Miss Misha Bean, who is the author of Unbroken, I Am Still Standing. We touched on child abuse and molestation, and she shared some of her experiences, and, man, it was something else. And we just got to know, there may not be something we talk about, but these things happen. For a lot of people, it's happened to us. We may be too ashamed to talk about it and how it affects our behavior, but these things happen, and we've got to be on the lookout for it. And the new age of molesting, how it can come through the internet. So But I do have, I'm starting to archive broadcasts. So if you go to YouTube right now and look up Dr. Jackson's channel, you can get the Your Health is Important broadcast, uncensored and uncut. But just to summarize from last time, how do you detect a child molester or pedophile? First of all, you can't. They could be a dentist. They could be a physician. They could be broadcasters. They can be anybody. So nobody, there's no suspect profile. But one thing that you can kind of believe in, these people like to be around children. So if anybody has an extraordinary interest, when I mean extraordinary, way above and beyond obsessive compulsive, we need to be mindful of those people. All right. But I want to thank Ms. Bean again. I also want to, if you're listening, I want to thank or give shout-outs to my skating instructor, Mr. B, Bill Butler.
Bill Butler,
and
the skating machine.
The skating machine, I'm telling you, he's over 80 years strong, and he is carrying on. I still can't keep up with him. He's still trying to, I still don't have the stamina he does. I mean, I've got a lot to do to get with that. And I also want to thank Mr. Richard Phillips, the proprietor of Skate Zone. That's where I get all this wonderful instruction to honing my skating skills. And I can tell you right now, I still have a lot to go, but I can jump, twist, turn, crossover, stop, hockey stop, backward, 1 foot, 2 feet, it don't matter. I'm starting to learn how to skate in pairs now, Dr. Carrier. Man, I didn't know that was so much energy and work.
It is, and you got to keep those legs straight. That's the main thing.
And Mr. Butler has a prodigy that's awesome. His name is Jody. Goodness gracious, boy, you see him, you'll be like, wow. But if you go and you get skating instruction, and if you go to Skate Zone, I can tell you one day for my WYZE listeners, you can skate at Skate Zone for the Lord, and that's on Monday. So Skate Zone is located off of exit going down I-75 to exit 231. I think that's Mount Zion. You turn left, right across the street from the QT right there. It's about two blocks from the highway. But it's very reasonable, and in fact, it's like I said, it's one of the most cheapest exercises or fun-sized activities that you can have.
And it's total body exercise. And because you're using the large muscles, your buttock, your thighs, your hamstrings, etc., you're going to burn more calories and you're going to lose more weight. So it's a great exercise. Smooth on the joints and the knees because you're carrying your body weight, but it's a smooth way to carry it, so to speak. So, it's highly endorsed as an aerobic exercise that you will continue for an extended period of time versus running for a short sprint or jogging for a long time and being bored out of your mind. Right. So, skating is fun. It's aerobic exercise like dancing. You can do it by yourself. You can do it with a partner. And that all of those things come together, and it's a social environment.
And it's a skill, which means you're not going to learn it in just 2 weeks. All right? It's going to take months, years to get to the point where you're really, really comfortable. And before I started skating, I can tell you, I was just like most average people if they go skating. They go out there, they don't have the right posture, they're standing straight up trying to skate. Them skates get away from you, and you land on that gluteus.
No.
And it hurts. But once if you're an older person or middle-aged person, I would strongly advise you to, get some lessons so you can be comfortable, because all it takes is a couple falls. One could be major, and you could get hurt, but more importantly, it will turn you off from the activity altogether.
404-622-4444, 404-622-4444. We are live in the studios of 1480 WYZE, and we'd like to hear from you. Give us a call right now. This is a conversation. This is not a dictation, and this is not a salutation. This is a conversation, which means it takes two. So we need to hear from you. All our regular listeners call in. I know we got some regulars that want to call in and wish Dr. Marlon B. Jackson happy birthday. But then there's so much going on, in the world of health. How are you going to be affected? As of now, let me state this. If you are older than 65 and you have Medicare, none of this concerns you. Nothing's going to change. You're going to continue to do what you're doing. Medicare is intact, will be intact, and it's going to be supported and financed one way or the other.
But understand, 55 or 45?
If you're 65 or older, If you're 45 and you're on Medicare because of disability, it's not going to affect you. So Medicare is for the aged and disabled. Age 65, you automatically get it. If you've paid into the system at any point in your life, you automatically get it. But if you are disabled, that benefit comes from Medicare, not Medicaid. Medicaid is based on your financial circumstances, and that means that your income has to be at a certain low level, and then you qualify to be covered. You have all your health care needs qualified. So that is what's going to change, and that is what's in turmoil right now, because they're talking about changing the funding mechanism from one where, the states put up money and then the government kind of covers anything above and beyond what they have spent, to government gives you one big ball of money, a block grant. And after that is however you spend it. And it'll be, people fighting for those dollars.
And I'm sure that block grant will have political favoritism involved.
Absolutely. The same, that money will be paying for your transportation back and forth to the doctor's office, to your dialysis center. If you are, riding the model special transportation, it pays for that. So there are going to be, everything, all of your health care needs that you obtain under Medicaid. Medicaid does have some dental benefits. They do some dental benefits. You do get teeth cleanings twice a year. Dental cleanings, and then you can have extractions on the Medicaid program.
Suppose you have false teeth.
What's that?
Suppose you have false teeth.
Well, if you have false teeth,
can you get them cleaned once a year?
Well, you should be cleaning them every day.
Oh,
right?
okay.
But however, I have seen people when they finally come in, because even though you don't have teeth, you still have calculus and plaque accumulating on those dentures, and if you don't brush or clean those dentures daily, they will incorporate an odor, and it's not nice. And we do have a call. Caller, you're live and on the air. Your health is important.
Yes, I just wanted to call in to wish Dr. Jackson a happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
All right. Well, do you have a question for us?
No, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and you enjoy your day.
All right, I
that
will.
Was so kind of you. So, Oliver, we have such great listeners, and they're calling.
Yes, we do. We have such great listeners,
and we know that they are there. I'm feeling the happy birthday vibe coming in, so they're all sending them over the airwaves, and and only so many can get in on the phone, but you can get in right now. 404-622-4444. Ask your healthcare question, your dental health, your medical health, your political, social, financial health. We're talking about it all. Your mental health, if you have a question about anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, any of those things we can talk about, and we'd be happy to do so.
Or, hey, we're at that time of the year, okay, where people wake up, they have a lot of sleep in their eyes, or their eyes are weepy, or they're congested, they have postnasal drip. They're talking and coughing. Some people may wake up thinking they have a toothache, and it's not. And I'm going to let Dr. Kaya just go over that in a minute. Caller, you're live and on the air. Your health is important.
Yes. Happy birthday, Dr. Marlon Jackson.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I have a health question.
Excellent.
I eat very healthy and everything. I was in the military, and I'm just turned 62, and I'm a size 2, and but I want to know, I'm taking CLA. I go to GSC and usually take it with my, if I should do some farm on a meat. Is it safe to take CLA? I was told it's very safe. I just want your comment on that, because I want to be sure it's like 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon for going to bed between meals. I just want to hear your comment on that.
Okay.
CLA. And also, are you going to have a forum where I'm very concerned about Black people getting in shape and us being healthy? Are they going to do something with the community and motivate people to get in shape and be healthy and live long?
Absolutely. We'll answer that last question first. Yes, ma'am. Both myself and Dr. Kaya, we have usually during the year several health fairs and activities to get people more involved about their health, especially after you pass 35. And it seems to be earlier and earlier with all the toxins and pollutants in the atmosphere and our lifestyle and food choices that aging occurs. I want everybody to know you're either going to be on a regeneration of life or you are degenerating. The normal, without doing anything special, is degenerating. Your cells are dying off quicker and quicker. Your cells are not as efficient as taking care of metabolic and bodily processes, important physiologic processes, and your body begins to age. You slow down. Hormones are decreased. In fact, I'm not going to take all the fire. Dr. Collier, go ahead and continue that.
Absolutely.
And then the CLA. Answer the question on the CLA.
There are hormones that we have in our body and amino acids that are necessary for fat metabolism. They start to decrease as we age, starting about age 20, 21. And so as we age, and we have an inability to metabolize fat. When that happens, we start to put on weight, 5 pounds, 6, 10 pounds a year, which doesn't sound like a lot until 10 years have gone by. Now you got 50 pounds of excess weight going on and don't understand. You have not changed your eating habits. Your activity level is not substantively different. And so, why is that a problem? Now, the CLA that you're referring to, I'm not quite sure what that is. You have to give me a little more information about it. That's an acronym for something.
Oh, the CLA that I'm taking, what the person told me behind the counter, it just burns fat. It burns the bad fat cells to cause you to be healthy, and it burns away the bad stuff and causes you to be healthy. I'm not overweight or anything. I'm a very small woman, but I did this in the military. Kept discipline, exercising, eating good, eating healthy. And so I'm now 62, and I've been taking CLA for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bother me at all. What it does is burn the fat. And I'm a lean machine. I'm very lean.
All right, I could hear it in your voice.
Yeah,
I can see.
just turned 62, and I'm a size 2.
All right. Well, look, thank you for serving your country, first of all and foremost. And two, sounds like we're really talking about what I'm saying. And we have a product we call Lipovite that has that in it, and my infamous Lipo Drops. It has what you're talking about, the fat burners in it, and it metabolizes fat and it keeps you lean. It burns the bad fat versus the good fat. It takes care of that abdominal fat and the bad brown fat that is more associated with cardiovascular disease. So those amino acids are great products, and sounds like this is one that's working for you. You're a poster girl for it, But go onto my website, lipodrops.com, LIPODROPS, lipodrops.com, and see if that information has anything else for you on there.
Okay, I'll get your stuff too. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much, and please keep listening. Give us a call every second and fourth Wednesdays. 404-622-4444. We have another call. Hello, caller. You're live and on the air.
Yes, we would like to wish Dr. Marlon Jackson of Southside Medical Center Dental Department a very happy birthday from all.
All right.
Woo, and the crowd goes wild. So glad to hear from Southside State.
I am too. I was just on there. I'm glad you called. That was Marjorie. I called her the Colonel. They gave me a very, very nice birthday celebration, and I want to thank everybody. We're running out of time. I wish I can get the names, but everybody knows who I'm talking about. I appreciate them. I got a nice team, and they do make it to where I like to go to work every day. But I ain't going to forget Auburn Dental, because Auburn Dental is what really how we make those $1 million Hollywood smiles. But Auburn Dental, y'all got some work to do. Southside took care of me today, and I want to thank you for that.
All right. 404-622-4444. You can be one of our final callers. We got time for multiple calls, so give us a call right now. If you have a healthcare question about your medical health, your dental health, we are live in the studios of 1480 WYZE and celebrating the birthday of Dr. Marlon Stingin B. Jackson. 59 and super fine. That boy's looking good. I'm so proud of him, just glad to know him. I want some of whatever it is he has, because I want to look that good as well.
Well, like I said, you're either going to regenerate or degenerate. If you want to regenerate, one thing that Dr. Jackson definitely encourages you to get, and Dr. Jackson has it at his office, and I also have it on my website, is Healthy Cell. Healthy Cell Pro, by the way. It is a nutrient system that includes all the essential multivitamins and over 90 phytonutrients, which are plant-based nutrients that will, on a cellular level, improve your health. Real health care reform really begins on a cellular level. And in spite of everything that's going on with our healthcare system and all that, you need to be on something that's going to help you regenerate. Healthy Cell is one of those products. Dr. Jackson is not just a person who pushes the system. He is a participant.
And
I
he's the
feel
president,
good.
And he looks good, feels good, and what's important is how you look. And he looks good and feels good. Dr. Collier recommends highly the Healthy Cell as well as 3 other products. Things that every person living and breathing should be on. Vitamin D, omega-3 fish oil, fatty acid reducer, and a probiotic. So vitamin D, omega-3, and probiotics. Those 3 things will extend your life, make you healthy, take care of any issues with your gut, stomach, digestion, etc., leaky gut syndrome. Make yourself healthy. Get those products. Go to my website, lipodrops.com, right here, right now. Don't hesitate. Use your smartphone or go on your computer, lipodrops.com.
That's right, because your healing energy that allows life to happen is important. Remember to tune in every second and fourth Wednesday, right here,
right now,
1480
WYZE. Why?
Because
your health.
Because your health is important.
Happy birthday, Dr. J.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed today's conversation with Doctors Miller J. Collier and Marlon V. Jackson. For further information regarding medical information, contact family physician Dr. Miller J. Collier. Call 770-948-5400 for questions on how to make your smile the best part of you. Contact family dentist Dr. Marlon B. Jackson. Call 404-681-3834. Remember, the legend continues. Health care is a right, but good health is a blessing. Tune in every second and fourth Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. right here on WYZE, because your health is important. You better know it.
AM 1480 WYZE is now time for the broadcast of Pastor David Knight. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. Stay tuned. Coming up next is the broadcast of Pastor David.